everyone, welcome to Eve Talk. I am your host, delonewolf, and we're once again in Jita. So let's head over to the captain's quarters where we'll have a small chat on the current state of the markets. In the meantime, I've made my first sale in Diablo 3. So I sold a quiver for €5 and that's a net €3.40 that I'll get from that in around 3 days, giving Blizzard the time to check out everything I've did in order to get the item. So yeah, first sale has been done though. If I make another 15 or 16 sales like that, should be able to earn the game back. And let's go ahead and check out the markets here. Let's start with the usual. I'll have a quick look at titanium. Let's see if the graph has been fixed. No, it hasn't. So there's still this spike at 70 ISK. This could be related to what the goons have been doing in order to manipulate the loyalty point system. Now CCP is fixing it and they'll punish anyone who is still doing it. But basically they increased the average price that was calculated by the EVE Online system to such a degree that whenever they destroyed each other's ships in faction warfare, they would get an enormous amount of loyalty points from those kills, and then basically they could just go and buy stuff like implants for a very that would bring them a lot of ISK compared to what they lost. So that's how they were doing it, and it's very possible that they used some freighters full of titanium and they manipulated the average price here with a few buy and sell orders like this data point at 70 in order to up the average price that they would that the kill would be marked as by the system. So we'll have to go by the sell and buy orders here. In station 644 and 641. So yeah, titanium, no margin whatsoever in Jita, just 0.03 ISK. And 640, so that's, well, we've known it at 7 ISK titanium, so it's a bit off the top, but still a pretty high price, I would say. Pyrite, no, that's not right. Pyrite still had a good graph the last time, and well, there's clearly also one data point that's messing with it. So if I remember correctly from the EVE News 24 article, the goons have been using that system at first with a lot of their mineral stocks. So that's possibly why we could have some problems with the graphs here for some time yet. But at least it's decently visible that it's still around 10 ISK and maybe a very slight uptrend here at the end. Let's have a look at the sell and buy orders. Station sellers 10 ISK round and 998 for buyers. So also no more margin in here whatsoever. You know, whether you buy or you sell it, it's always going to be 10 ISK. I think we've seen pyrites higher than that as well, although you wouldn't say. Maybe how long is that, 3 months? So maybe 3 weeks ago there are some data points that are above 10 ISK. But yeah, that's the current price for pyrite. Let's check out Mixalon. 59.10 and 57.57. That's at least a 2 ISK, almost, let's say 1.5 ISK margin in between there. So that looks at least somewhat healthier, but once again you can see this one data point. That's obviously going to be goon manipulation at the core here. So this graph is completely unreadable. I mean, looks like they manipulated it to almost 1000 ISK for one Mexalon. That must have been a pretty good kill there in loyalty points, if that's indeed what happened there, but I suspect it did. It's a bit too obvious that all the mineral prices or all the mineral graphs have been manipulated in some way. So yeah, all I can really show you guys for now are the the JITA prices, so 59.10, 57.57. There's some margin in Mexalon, so that looks a bit more like a normality. 60 is for Mexalon. It's probably still on the high side though. So let's go for the Hulk. That's always an interesting one for miners. Pretty stable at 260, and that's all I can say. Still, there was maybe a slight uptick here 2 weeks ago, but well, there might even be a few uptick data points again, but overall I think we're looking at a pretty stable 266 for the sellers, 255 for the buyers, so 260 is right in between there. I suspect that a sell or a buy order of 260 million for a Hulk will get filled up pretty quickly here in JITA. Maybe, yeah, the Talos for myself. What does that look like? Well, sellers 83.5, buyers 79.5. I think that looks a bit upwards. Yeah, it's slight on the green line, but the data points are up to almost 85 million. So that's very interesting for myself. I suspect last time I was looking at just below 80 million for selling Taloses here in JITA, but right now 83 million, you should be able to sell your Taloses, so that's 3 million difference in 1 week. So it looks like it's these tier 3 battle cruisers are definitely popular ships, and there are quite a lot of market forces here. Of course, the production cycle is also pretty young. There won't be that many perfectly researched BPOs yet. So yeah, that's an interesting market to be in. I think a young market like this, like the Talos or the Tornado or any of these tier 3 battle cruisers, could be a good idea to check out. Now I'm going to have a look at the Drake, one of the popular ships here. That looked pretty flat with a slight uptick, so the data points are above 50 million when I'd say a month it has been below 50 million, but the sellers in station are still 49,650, buyers 46,800. So that's going to be a few buyers that went way up, but the average price still just below 50 million, so that looks pretty stable yet. So yeah, it's looking alright for manufacturers, I would say, and for miners. So that's still decently stable on the ship markets, and the mineral markets, I think they've gone down a bit here and there. It's a bit difficult to see, of course, with these corrupted data points. But if you're a miner or a manufacturer, I think it's a decent market at the moment. So if there's any items or products that you want me to check out next time, I think I'm going to try and cover that if possible, of course. So if you have any, put them down in the comments, and then next week I'll try and check those out and do some research in the meantime on some of the ones that I find interesting as well. So that's it for this Eve Talk. See you guys next time.